promoting and supporting some of the cornerstones of the American experience. It's all about family, faith, and freedom. Now let's get back to the Curtis Report with your host, Barry Curtis.
Appreciate you joining us back. Hey, before the break, we were talking about the McKinney situation, but in particular, the Reverend Ronald Wright. That's the individual who was commenting on the McKinney, Texas situation where the police officer attempted to detain a young girl, 14, 15-year-old girl. We've all seen the video. It's about 7 minutes long. I encourage you to watch the entire video. But we're talking about the hideous words of a local liberal radical activist by the name of Reverend Ronald Wright. You know, that's the guy that, and we're going to post it on my Facebook, on the Curtis Report website, which is, by the way, thecurtisreport.com. And you can see the hideous nature of what this man was talking about. Just absolutely hideous nature of what he was saying. He was commenting on the McKinney situation, and he akin this to a terrorist attack. He akin to this to talking about he ain't gonna be ISIS, it's gonna be us's. Yeah, listen to this.
Country, and this is setting the stage. And we just passed the open weapons law here in this state. We're setting the stage for a terrorist attack in this country, and the group is not gonna be ISIS. It's gonna be us's. Us against these injustice law officers and people.
Isn't that ridiculous? Isn't that ridiculous? You just heard him. Ain't gonna be ISIS, it's gonna be us's. This man just simply stated, encourage an assault, a terrorist attack on the police officials in McKinney, Texas. Now, that was a week and a half ago. It is comments like this. It is comments like this that is just sick and degrading, that it is beyond the scope of reasonable political discussion. Ain't gonna be ISIS, it's gonna be us's. I mean, how again? I'm just, you know, and this is, you know, this is what's Rush say? The drive-by media. This is the drive-by media. This is the media not doing their job. This is the local Dallas-Fort Worth media not doing their job. This man is standing in front of a microphone. He's standing in front of a microphone set up by the local press, ABC, NBC, CBS, everybody. He's standing in front of a microphone, and nobody challenged his words. He was able to sit there and to say these disgusting, pathetic, horrific things, and no one challenged his words. Not one reporter there did their job and said, "Excuse me, Reverend Wright, are you encouraging a terrorist attack on police officials here in the Texas area?" No one said that. And this spot just played all over media. No one challenged a word of this horrific so-called reverend. And, you know, and as I said earlier, I'm really losing respect for the title of reverend. And don't get me wrong, people. Keep your phone calls, cards, letters, whatever, emails. I'm not talking about your reverend who gets up and talks in front of your congregation and feeds your flock all of the spiritual nourishment. I'm with you. I'm not talking about your folks. I'm talking about the sick ones, the radical ones, the ones who hide behind the word reverend like this one does. And more importantly, just as importantly, hides behind the fact that they're black. And that's what you're doing. You're hiding behind reverend and black. You're a black reverend. So black reverend, you're just, I guess, automatically excused from the normal course of political astuteness. I guess you're just automatically excused from reasonable, fair, tolerant political discussion. Because you're ready to go to the terrorist side. You're indicating you want to be a terrorist and assault police officers. That's not reasonable political discord. Where's the tolerance? This is the left-wing elements of the Democratic Party, of the liberal left party, doing what they do best, being intolerant. What? And this is a spokesperson. This is a person that the local media puts a microphone in front of, the Reverend Ronald Wright. This is the person that the media puts a microphone in front of and somehow elevates him to the level that he somehow has authority to speak for somebody in this community. That's a spokesperson for the so-called black community. I don't know who the heck he's speaking for. Is that the spokesperson for the black community? He don't speak for me. Heck, he can't even hardly speak. What is that, Ebonics? Ain't gonna be asses, it's gonna be us's. That makes no sense to me whatsoever. You don't speak for me, Reverend Ronald Wright. In fact, you don't speak well at all. How is it, and how far down the scale have we come? And how pathetic and how responsive and how absolutely just resigning has our media become, that nobody questions this man. He's on MSNBC. He's on the local stations, Channel 11, Channel 8. No one says, excuse me, Reverend Ronald Wright, did you just call for a terrorist attack on the police here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area? Excuse me, Reverend Ronald Wright, I'm not sure what you just said, but can you please explain to this community? Can you please explain to the folks listening here at home on their television sets that you just called for a terrorist attack on the police officials? That's what he did. It is beyond, I mean, this just pales in comparison to anything else. This situation, that comment pales in comparison to the police officer in McKinney trying to keep control, and you've got crazy kids running around, not obeying police orders, not obeying police directions to leave. This pales in any sort of a comparison to that. Ain't gonna be asses, it's gonna be us's. What on earth is he talking about? A terrorist assault. That's what he said. It's gonna be for a terrorist attack on the police. Ain't gonna be asses, it's gonna be us's. How ignorant is this man? That classic caricature, because it's out there, of a ignorant black ignorant black minister. That's what he is. That classic caricature of that. I'm saying that he is. It's a caricature of that. Is that he just fits right into. Ain't gonna be asses, it's gonna be us's. What is he talking about? Assaulting the police by terrorist means? Reverend Ronald Wright, you should be ashamed of yourself. Have you no shame? Have you no shame at all that you just called for the assault, the terrorist assault on police officials? Where's your dignity, sir? Where is your reserve? Where is your piety? Where is your spirituality, Reverend, that you have called for a assault, a terrorist assault by your own words on the police officers here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area? Ain't gonna be asses, it's gonna be us's. Really? We're gonna be right back with more of this pathetic Reverend Ronald Wright with more of the Curtis Report in just a moment.